Hello, my name is Austin Mowell with the Tennessee Valley Newsflash, presenting to you the Marshall County, Tennessee Community Spotlight video series. Joining me is local State Farm agent Peggy Hubbard. How you doing, Peggy?
I'm great, Austin. How are you today?
Can you tell the viewer a little bit more about your background and what made you want to come to Marshall County?
Oh, I'd be glad to. I've been a State Farm employee since about 1985. I actually am a graduate of the University of Georgia, so I know I'm in volunteer country now. And I majored in criminal justice and was actually a police officer for a number of years in Athens, Georgia. And just decided it was time to pursue a more corporate type position, and came to work at State Farm looking at fraud claims for the company. I did that for a number of years and moved up in management in various management positions with State Farm. Gosh, Austin, we lived in Georgia, Florida, New York, Minnesota, a couple of places in Minnesota actually. Spent in Minnesota you count your time there in winters. I spent 4 winters in Minnesota. Beautiful country though, but cold and snowy. So after a little while, I decided I really wanted to pursue more of an entrepreneurial type position with the company. Wanted and needed a little more flexibility for my family. My time needed to be a little bit more flexible, and the agency opportunity was there. State Farm was pursuing the idea of using company employees, particularly at management level positions, to take over agencies in various places. There were actually 2 agencies available in the South, and I wanted to return to the South. There were 2 available in Tennessee that seemed to appeal to me for some reasons we can talk about a little bit later. One was Dixon, Tennessee, and one was in Lewisburg. And so I came down and I talked to the person who was, doing the hiring for both of those positions, and we decided that Lewisburg would probably be the best fit for me, and that's how I came here in 2000.
So you've been in the community for 13 years.
I have.
What was the difference that made you want to come to Lewisburg?
Well, I really liked the fact that Lewisburg had the proximity to I-65, and the exits that we have that give us quick access to I-65. Also, extremely appealing was the fact that we're pretty equal distance between Huntsville and Nashville, and that was very appealing. I thought for business growth, the growth of the area, that was very popular with me. Also, I'm a little bit of a city girl in some ways, and I loved the fact that you could live in the county but yet have quick access to city things. The Cool Springs area being so close.
Obviously, you are a State Farm agent, but 2, you are heavily involved in the community. You're a past Rotary president, and you're really big in the Imagination Library.
Yes.
What drives you to be so involved in the Marshall County community?
Well, I care about the people in Marshall County, and it's really more than just what relates to my business. I really feel that when you are in a community and you're doing business in a community and you're making your living in a community, you need to care about the people and the future of the community, so that it can be the best that it can be. The Imagination Library is affiliated with, of course, the Dolly Parton Imagination Library that she started in Sevierville and spread throughout the state, and the opportunity came up in '02 for us to have an Imagination Library. A couple of surrounding counties beat us to it, getting theirs established sooner, and so I worked with some folks at the foundation, the Governor's Foundation, to get it going in Marshall County, and have chaired it ever since, and love every minute of thinking that children get a brand new book every month from the time they're born until they're age 5. That comes in their mailbox to them at no charge to any family, and I just think it's a great thing. Reading and a love of reading, developing one's imagination, learning stories. Many of the books have moral standpoints to them, not biting and not cheating and sharing and those sorts of things. Those moments of learning are invaluable and really can't be replaced.
And you've been in this community for 13 years, and you've obviously been one of the main reasons for that program. What did you think are some things that are assets to Marshall County?
Oh, by far it is our people and our spirit. There is no doubt about it. That is an asset. Our location is still very much an asset. I think in some ways we have missed some opportunities to make the very best of our location, but It doesn't mean those opportunities have left us. Those opportunities are still there for us to grab hold of. But I think our location, the climate here is fabulous. We get all of the seasons. And having lived in places in the country where we don't get all of the seasons, namely Florida and Minnesota, I really treasure that. And I think, you know, the thing about the Middle Tennessee area in general is when people relocate here for business purposes, they never leave. Have you noticed how many people come here and they stay? And there's a reason for that.
And there's a lot of people who do come to stay, but there are a few in our community that choose to leave, especially at the younger generation. What do you think are some of those poor characteristics of Marshall County that may keep people?
Well, I think we've missed some opportunities to take advantage of technology. I think that we have let some of those things pass us by in a way. I would like to see us strengthen the technological offerings at our school, not just at the high school level, but I really feel strongly that we need to start, you know, at the elementary school level, and we're making some strides in that area. We really, really are. I believe that we also need to foster the recent spirit I've seen that says we might have to go through a little bit of pain to grow, you know, a lot, actually. You know, it's a good thing that we haven't raised taxes in a number of years. However, having a little more tax money in the system gives us things that make our community attractive to people. And once our community is attractive to more rooftops, they call it, once we have more rooftops, then we'll have more retail. But we aren't going to get the rooftops without a strong infrastructure and without an excellent education system, and those things are not free.
Right. And every community has their problems, as you mentioned. But what is that final message that you want to leave with a potential industry, business, or just a family interested in moving into Marshall County?
Well, I would say that one of the biggest things we have going for us is the spirit of the people here. And once you have that, then you can build upon that. The folks in Marshall County and in Lewisburg want the very best for our area, and so do all of us. And I would say if a business was looking to relocate here, what they should come and do is spend time with the people. Don't just look at whether or not we have a restaurant to sit down and eat at. You can drive a short distance to a restaurant if that's a big deal. But look at the people who would be working for you as a plant manager. Good, honest, hardworking, decent people who will go out of their way to make sure the job is well done. I think that's crucial. Okay.
Well, this has been our Community Spotlight video series. For more of our videos, visit us on our YouTube channel at Tennessee Valley Newsflash at YouTube. If you want to check out our website, that's TennesseeVNF.com. If you want to learn more about what Peggy's doing, check her out at PeggyHubbard.com. Peggy, thank you so much for joining us. And that's so long, everybody. We're checking out.